In this video, we are going to talk about Tao or Bittensor, some of its recent price action, the important support and resistance areas, and where we can expect the price of Tao to go in the next few days and weeks. So we'll look at the weekly chart, and what we can see right here is that in the last couple of weeks, Tao has gotten a pretty significant rally, going from all the way down at around $170. This area that it got support from is a very crucial support area on the price chart of Tao. We've seen Tao get a significant rally from there 3 times before that, back in 2024 and 2025. And now Tao has reached the same level as this local high from back in January, and it seems like the rally is slowing down now. And now Tao is at a pretty important decision point, whether it will get rejected off of this resistance area and head back down and continue its downtrend long term, or if it can actually break above this level, above $290, and continue rallying further. So if it does close a weekly candle above this previous high, let's say above this candle week from last week at around $300. If it closes a weekly candle above $300, then that would likely lead to Tao getting a pretty significant rally. As you can see, this area has acted as support in the past, and now it became resistance. So if it does cross that, the next crucial resistance area would be this one from all the way back in 2024. This is a pretty minor resistance area, but still something to look at. This is at around $360. And then the next major resistance area is this one, this area from about 425 to about 470. This was a more significant range of resistance for Tao. So if Tao does cross above 300, it will likely struggle to cross above this area of 430 to 470. Overall, the structure of Tao is still pretty clearly a downtrend in the long term. This recent low by Tao was basically a new all-time low. Other than this very brief all-time low from back in the October 2025 liquidation event, the price of Tao was at around the $145 area for literally just a few minutes and then shot all the way back up. And recently, in February, we've seen Tao reach similar levels and even hold them for a couple of weeks before getting the recent rally. And also, Tao has been in a downtrend, not creating any new highs since December of 2024, back when we had the mini alt season and Tao hit over $700. So overall, Tao is very clearly in a downtrend still, and with it now hitting this resistance area, it's still not looking that great for Tao in my opinion. Of course, Tao crossing above $300 and getting a more sustained rally is still possible, but I think that it's probably a bit more likely that Tao does get rejected off of it and continues dropping down and probably retests this low again at around $160. Of course, it doesn't have to happen immediately. Tao can first continue ranging around here in this resistance area, but in my opinion, the price structure of Tao is still not looking that great. And also in general, my opinion is that most altcoins are not worth holding at the moment. Of course, this is not financial advice whatsoever, but I think that at least until Bitcoin starts doing a lot better again and Ethereum follows it, which is not the case at all right now, with Bitcoin sitting at around 70k, miles below its all-time high at around 125k, until Bitcoin does a lot better, since Bitcoin is the king of the market and it leads the bull market, most altcoins will continue struggling and underperform Bitcoin. So with that combined with the price structure of Tao specifically not being that great, I think that holding Tao is probably not a great idea at the moment, and I would be very selective with holding altcoins. The only altcoin I would maybe consider is Ethereum. I think that Ethereum still has a chance of bottoming out against Bitcoin and actually outperforming it for a while, especially if we see a rally in the crypto market and Bitcoin continues its rally potentially all the way up to 100k, which I still think is quite possible. But other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, I would personally avoid the rest of the crypto market right now, other than maybe, as I said, some very specific altcoins that have a great structure and a very good setup for a specific trade. Tao does not seem like that to me. Again, this is not financial advice whatsoever. If Tao does end up crossing the $300 mark and closes a weekly candle above it, then we could potentially see it getting a rally all the way up to this next resistance area at over $400, as I said. And then that could potentially maybe be an opportunity. But even then, it would only be a rally of up to about 50% for Tao, which is not that incredible considering it is a pretty small market cap altcoin and very volatile, and the risk that comes with holding it is still very big. So I don't think it's really justified and as I said, I would avoid it. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more updates about Tao as well as other altcoins, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.